Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. But before we get into it, head down below, like and subscribe. It does help out a lot. And let's get right into the video over here. So we're watching a replay by FS Avix. I'm just gonna call him Avix, or yeah, Avix, for this replay in the T29, of course, the Tier 7 American heavy tank, of course, and all around probably the best tier for tier heavy tank in the game. Maybe not now that there's so many good tier 10s that make it, or that make this tank maybe not the best tier for tier, but it's still a very good tank to have, especially at tier 7. It's probably one of the best tier 7 tanks in the game out of all of them, not just heavy tanks but just out of all of them. And Avix over here is playing on the Prokhorovka map, and normally you'd probably take this tank up to the east, up on top of the hill, and try and use that turret armor to bounce some rounds, but Avix is top tier over here, with some tier 6s actually, so he can definitely kind of just go out right in the middle and just bounce everything. APCR rounds, gold APCR rounds from the KV-85 Jackson, just bouncing off, and of course this gun with 320 damage and decent penetration with standard and APCR rounds, enough to go through basically everything at this tier, and even challenge some higher tier tanks, which there are none in this game, so he doesn't really need to be firing those APCR rounds at all. Maybe against the tier 7 heavy tanks, but even then the standard rounds should be plenty enough. So just over 2 minutes into this game, Avix already up to 1200 damage. Nothing special, but he is definitely locking down the middle of this map, spotting people out like that VK and that T52 and the Jackson and all of those tanks, which would have just been sitting in the back, hidden in the bushes, if it wasn't for Avix over here, who it looks like could be using coated optics, maybe, I'm not really too sure. He's using food consumables, so that definitely helps out. Maybe some vents, definitely quite a skilled crew, as he does have 2 marks of excellence on this tank, so he definitely likes this tank, and I did as well. I actually unlocked the T32 quite maybe about a month or 2 ago, but I still haven't got around to buying it. Maybe because it's just, it's basically the same as the T29, but just a tier higher. The penetration is bad. Of course, the turret maybe is even better than this, but just tier for tier, the T29 is better than the T32. Just more fun. But I don't know, the T32 does have a better hull armor. But I don't know, maybe I'll come around to actually buying the T32 soon enough, as Avix looks like he's going to be able to pick up his first kill on the Jackson in this game. Up to 2400 damage, 2300 blocked, and 600 spotting. Not the most, but definitely something, definitely spotted out for his tanks on the western part of this map, as the light tank isn't really doing too much. Maybe he has gotten some spotting right now, but he has just been tracked right in the middle of the map in the open, and he is taken out by the Black Prince. So Avix maybe puts down a little note in his mind that the Black Prince is on this flank, on the western flank, probably just camping back there somewhere, which that's probably one of the only places that a Black Prince could go on this map, because I'm pretty sure the Black Prince only has 6 degrees of gun depression. Maybe it has more, maybe it has 8, but it's quite slow to get up the hill, and once it goes there, it's 175, 150 damage. Isn't really that much to do anything. Of course, the turret armor is the best, and as I said, the gun, not the most amount of gun depression, I'm pretty sure. Definitely can't go down the center, or the Black Prince on Avix team is actually fighting in the center over here. So I don't know, I guess we just like sitting at the back as Avix puts down another shot into the STM over there, bounces a shot from the Leo, 2,500 damage blocked. It's just what this tank does. It's probably one of the easiest tanks to do some of your blocking missions for the heavy tanks, for the campaign missions and all of that stuff, for well, basically for any tank, to be honest. If you get on a map where you can go haul down, or you find a place where you can go haul down in this tank, then you can basically bounce even tier 9s if they aren't loading heat rounds and just basically shooting right through the front of your turret then. But after just going hull down over here for quite some time, Avix thinks about moving towards the centre, as they are losing the hill on the eastern side of the map, and they're kind of losing the centre over here. But he goes back to over here, try and spot out if there's anyone else over there. Is the Leo still there? Is he going to blind fire? He is, but he doesn't kill the Leo. But the Leo could have actually survived that, I'm pretty sure. I think the last time we saw the Leo was about 300 damage. There's 300 damage towards the Leo, about 400 damage over there. Is he going to be able to take out the Leo with this shot? Small shot, but he manages to take out the Leo. So that is up to 2 kills, just 2 kills for 3,400 damage in the T29 for Avix. 2,500 damage blocked still, as Avix switches to APCR with intuition over here. Quite a good skill to have on basically any tank, even if your reload is quite fast. But yes, Avix switching to the APCR rounds doesn't need it against these tanks, but they are down 1 tank and down 1,400 hit points, so every shot matters at this point. You can't bounce anything, you can't miss anything, so every shot that Avix puts in is one shot closer to actually making this game closer to actually win. As there's an M6 right at the back where the artillery would normally be. Not really sure what he's doing there, but well, I know what he's doing there. He's bouncing off of Avix's turret over here as he switches to high explosive and does 9 damage to him. So yeah, not the most that M6 could be doing in this game, as Avix is looking towards the hill, but can't really do too much over there. You can't. They are kind of quite hidden up there. Now Avix over here in the chat telling the Cromwell to go, which is the right thing to do. We know as Avix that the M6 is where the artillery would normally be, around K7, K6, something around there. Maybe the Cromwell doesn't know that, but the Cromwell should know that. Well, even if he doesn't know what the M6 is, that the M6, the KV-85, the Challenger and the Black Prince are most likely down that western side of the map, or maybe still camping in base. And if the Cromwell has even a decently good crew and some consumables and all of that, some equipment, if he goes through the bushes slowly and he has a good camo on that tank, then he should definitely be able to outspot all of those tanks at a decent range. If he's using Commander's Vision system, which I think you can use on the Cromwell, I'm not really sure though. That he's just going to be able to spot them out even further, but I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's going down the centre over here. Avix gets a little mad at him, and rightly so, as the Cromwell, instead of going through the bushes, he's just going right through the centre of the map. Talking about the bushes, there's the Black Prince. No shots at him from this position over here for Avix, but that Cromwell just throwing away his life for basically not a lot gained. Is he actually going to die over there? There's the M6 over there. The Black Prince takes out the SU-152 as Avix starts going to town on this M6. But is it just too little too late? They are down 3,500 hit points at this point. And that Cromwell is probably going to die soon, as he is on 157 hit points and he is dead now. The KV-85 killed them. He definitely could have chosen a better option to actually go and spot these tanks. Going through the bushes like the T-52 on the enemy team and the Black Prince is doing right now. He could have spotted the Black Prince Avix over here probably could have gotten better shots at the Black Prince when he was still further back towards the 2 line, but now it's just too late. They don't have a Cromwell. The only tanks that they have left is of course Avix's T29, the Tiger P, and an A44 on low health on the other side of the map, who's now getting swarmed by a VK 3002M and an MT25 as Avix gets spotted by the Challenger over here, and the Tiger is getting swarmed as well. The A44 picks up the kill on the MT25 even, as the Black Prince takes out the Tiger P and the VK takes out the A44. So now Avix over here is 1 against 6. Is he going to be able to do anything to try and even win this game? As he is doing the right thing over here, trying to get in the cover, finding another hull down position over here that he should be able to use against all of this, but he is exposing the side of his hull armor over here. It's just not the correct, well, not the best of places for the T29 over here, as he turns around, quickly takes out the T3485, but he only has 200 hit points left. As he tries to take up the Challenger, he low rolls. What just bad luck over there. Definitely could have taken up the Challenger over there with that shell. Shoots the KV85 once, and the Challenger takes him out with a standard shell over there. Probably had his turret turned slightly, maybe had the top of the turret, maybe the hull armor, but a defeat, a tragic defeat for Avix over here. Let's take a look at the post-game stats and let's see how well Avix did in the T29 over here. So as we saw, Avix had 2 marks of excellence in this tank, in this game. Now this game actually pushed him past the 95% you need to get the 3rd mark of excellence, so congrats to you. That is definitely quite hard to get in any tank, especially tanks that are quite popular like the T29. 1st class mastery badge over there. No real other good medals, but it was a defeat. But still, what a defeat it was. 7,049 damage, 5 kills, 1,309 base experience on the defeat. That is just, it would have been a good game if it still would have been quite a lot of base XP even if it was a win. But to get that for a defeat, that's literally the most base experience anyone got this game, even on the winning team over there. So yeah, just absolutely brilliant game for Avix over here. Lost quite a lot of credits for the ammunition, but actually just about broke even, 7,500 credits lost with a premium account, but still good game by Avix over here in the T29. But for now, that is going to be it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye bye.